Good evening, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Would I ask at the beginning of the meeting if everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening. I know that there's probably some people that are here who have not been to a board meeting before, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of housekeeping. This is a business meeting of the Board of Education, so we do have business to get to. We ask everybody to just be courteous and let us get through the business, and at the end of the meeting, we will have public comment. So, like I said, we'll try to get through the business quickly, but we do have business to attend to. Thank you for understanding. Next, so first up, we have minutes approval from the September 25th meeting. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next are financial reports. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next is personnel. I just would like to table number 2, the 25-26 extracurricular clubs, because I think we need further clarification. So, Greg, do we just say we're going to approve numbers 2 and 4 under personnel? Okay, may I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next is personnel non-certificated appointments. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, informational items. Dr. Brennan?
Absolutely. I'm just going to make my way up to the podium, give a little presentation as I normally do. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Wachter. So tonight, as I normally do on the first meeting of the month, provide a superintendent's update as part of the informational items. A couple of things that I want to address tonight to the board is a status update of our ex officio student board members. I'll talk about the Board of Education goals for 2025-26. I want to share something really exciting that just took place in Massapequa High School, a day in the life, a river study program. We had an incredible opportunity to highlight the work that we're doing in artificial intelligence that I want to highlight for the board. And then finally, an upcoming New York State School Board Conference presentation called Igniting Inclusion, Our Challenger Athletics Journey. So first off, this past year, the state required school boards to have student members serve as ex officio school board members. And I wanted to share with the board that this was open for all students, grades 10 through 12. And we created an application process, and we received 16 applications, which were incredible across the board. We asked our students the following questions. What motivates you to serve as the student representative on the Board of Education, and what do you hope to contribute in this role? We asked, please describe your interests and hobbies, and list any school clubs, community activities, or organizations that you are involved in, including the number of years you've participated in each. The third question, as a student board member, what perspective or highlights or insights do you believe you will contribute to the Board of Education? And finally, are you available to attend board meetings 1 to 2 Thursdays per month that begin at 8 p.m. and could last into the evening? As I said, we had 16 applicants, and tonight, as part of your resolutions, we're really proud to announce that we have 2 students that have been selected to serve, Tatum Brennan and James Benjamin. So really excited about students serving on as school board members. Next up, I'm going to highlight our Board of Education goals for 2025-26, and it always starts with our vision statement, which I'll share, is that we envision a learning community where every student emerges as a competent, educated, and well-rounded individual, embodying the higher standards of character, leadership, and citizenship. that flows into our mission statement, which highlights the rigorous education that fosters critical thinking, character, leadership, confidence, and resilience, and developing respectful, responsible individuals who are skilled problem solvers and engaged citizens. Through strong partnerships with parents and the community, we encourage students to pursue their passions and achieve success in all aspects of life, including college and/or career pathways. We did some work last year where the Board of Education approved a profile of a Massapequa learner and leader, and I want to highlight that as part of our goals, where there are 5 competencies that are highlighted that every student, by the time they graduate Massapequa High School, will have developed the competencies that we see here. And I want to remind the board and the community that this wasn't something that the Board of Education just came up with, or my team as administrative team, but we put out what's called the Thought Exchange. And we had over 4,000 people, from students to teachers, administrators, other staff members, alumni, Chamber of Commerce, the community, parents, and so on, that participated and shared well over a couple thousand ideas, but then had 4,500 ratings, which means these things were voted up in terms of importance. And this year, the board has done a lot of work with my team on the development of board goals, and these fall into 2 categories. The first category is excellence in teaching and learning. And the board goal that goes with this is strengthening academic excellence by raising student achievement, enhancing educational programs, and aligning K-12 learning opportunities with our district vision and mission. The second goal associated with excellence in teaching and learning is to promote student success by ensuring every learner is empowered to reach their full potential through access to a broad range of programs, curricula, and meaningful learning experiences. We will develop inspired leaders, confident, resilient, empathetic, by providing a breadth of opportunity that equips every student to thrive in schoolwork and life. So that's the first section of the board goals that the board had worked on for so long this summer. The second is, how do we make those happen? And that's the conditions for success. So the 2 goals that go with that is, first of all, ensuring fiscal responsibility and operational excellence by developing transparent, cost-effective budgets and advancing capital improvements, our facilities, and everything that is the environment that our students are educated. And the second one is, Board of Education will strengthen in terms of its governance and community partnerships by advancing the district's vision and mission. So those are the board goals that I present to you, that we've collaborated on now for the last couple weeks, and I present them to you. As I've done in the past, I want to just take a quick opportunity. It was an important year last year, because through that thought exchange, and we created a community-inspired vision and mission. And with that, we created a video that goes with it. So if you don't mind, it's about a 2-minute video. I'm going to just play this for everybody to see today. The Massapequa School District envisions a learning community where every student emerges as a competent, educated, and well-rounded individual,
embodying the highest standards of character, leadership, and citizenship.
Our mission is to provide a rigorous education that fosters critical thinking, character, leadership, confidence, and resilience.
We aim to develop responsible and respectful individuals who are skilled problem solvers and engaged citizens. Through strong partnerships with parents and the community, we encourage students to pursue their passions and achieve success in all aspects of life, including college and/or career pathways.
These guiding principles and aspirations shape what we call the Massapequa experience.
An education rooted in academic excellence, innovation, and a deep sense of community.
Each day, we work together to build a community of learners and leaders who embody 5 core competencies.
A Massapequa learner and leader,
Is a responsible and respectful citizen,
an innovative and creative thinker,
An academic and career-minded learner,
a collaborative and communicative team player,
and a goal-directed, resilient, and courageous leader. This profile of a Massapequa learner and leader represents our vision to provide a rigorous education
That fosters critical thinking,
character, leadership, confidence, and resilience.
When students develop these competencies, they emerge from Massapequa prepared to meet the challenges of the world with integrity, purpose, and confidence.
They become responsible leaders, innovative thinkers, and engaged citizens, ready to make meaningful impacts in their careers and communities.
Embodying the very ideals we strive to cultivate in every Massapequa learner and leader.
At Massapequa Public Schools,
We're creating leaders.
We're creating leaders, one child at a time.
One child at a time. One child at a time.
We're creating leaders, one child at a time.
At Massapequa Public Schools, we're creating leaders, one child at a time.
Thank you. Now, you've heard the 5 competencies a couple times throughout the video and my prior presentation, but I'm also happy to report, and I'm not ready to share anything tonight, but we've been hard at work on highlighting how those 5 competencies come to life across our schools, all 9 schools, K through 12. So over the next several months, I'm really excited about unveiling that, and I just want to thank all of our students, our staff, our administrators for all the hard work that they did in putting this together. The next thing I have is just an academic update. We do this thing called the Day in the Life. It's one of my favorite days as a superintendent. Go down to the preserve. There's nearly 50 kids up there in the preserve. It's our advanced placement environmental science, science research students, and they're doing some pretty awesome work. The preserve becomes their classroom for pretty much the whole day, getting into the science of it. And the cool part about this is our students are actually not just working with our amazing teachers, but the partnerships that have been created with the Brookhaven National Laboratory, Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, and the New York Department of Environmental Conservation. So our students getting the opportunity to get mentored and learn with these folks is really an incredible experience. So again, thank you to Mr. Mizzafanti, Mr. Dempsey, Mr. Eberling, and Ms. Gonzalez, and all the scientists that worked with our students that day to make this happen. We also had a great highlight this past week. Mr. Piotrowski and his work really keeping a balanced approach around AI and using it as a powerful tool for learning, teaching, and learning. So you'll see a segment that I think is going to come out fairly soon about this. Excited to see that. And next, as I kind of wrap up here, Challenger Athletics. Not only are all athletics underway, but our Challenger Athletic program is up in full swing. So just an exciting experience for all our athletes, our best buddies, our parents, and we couldn't do this without our incredible faculty, staff, the administration to put this all together, and our students. It's truly exciting and fun day watching them compete. And I think what's most exciting to me is that these stands are enormous, right? But you just take a look. I think this is our varsity soccer team, maybe our JV soccer team, coming out to cheer on our athletes. And I'll end with this, that we received an email from somebody from another district who happened to be there. And what this individual shared is that he wanted to express what this wonderful experience was, how well organized it was, how the staff and general ed student volunteers did a great job. But on top of that, I think what impressed him the most was how our gen ed athletes from the school came to fill the stands and cheer the kids on. What transpired was athletes just rallying, getting excited, and that gets the kids on the field all excited. So lots to be proud of with regards to that program. And that leads us to one other thing. We're now about 2 weeks away from going into Manhattan to the New York State School Boards Conference. We'll be doing a presentation called Igniting Inclusion, the Challenger Athletics Journey. Last year we had a booth and a showcase. This year we're presenting, so we're really excited about that. And just thank you to all our teachers and administrators who are going to be involved in that as well. And just a really, really exciting day talking about how we're fully committed to this work here in Massapequa, and so many other districts just want to figure out how to be on that journey just like we are. So that wraps up my update, and thank you to the board.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the update. And it's great to see all the things happening here. We know that there's always great things happening, so thank you for sharing just a small piece of what happens here. So thank you. And we're looking forward to the New York State School Boards Association presentation coming up. So is the auditor here? I know, you guys are all lucky. Come on up. We're going to have our external auditor just give a report. We have financial statements are due to the state. Is there another, can he come up somewhere up here? Come up here to the stage.
Sure.
We did review, I'll just get ahead of, while he's coming up, we did have a meeting with the audit committee who did hear the presentation, reviewed the financial statements and the audit. And the audit committee did recommend that we adopt, but I think he'll just give us an overview, and if anyone has questions related to the audit, I guess when he's done, we'll ask for questions only related to the audit, and then we'll go on. So go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brendan Nelson. I'm a partner at R.S. Abrams. We are the district's independent external auditors, as was just mentioned. So we have recently completed the financial statement audit of the district for the 24-25 school year. So I'm here to provide a brief summary to the board. As mentioned, we do like to preface this presentation by saying that we met with the audit committee last week. All 4 of the documents that are being issued as part of this audit were discussed in detail with them for us to answer any questions or comments they may have had. So in total, there are 4 total documents that get issued as part of an external audit. You have your basic financial statements of the district, which essentially encompass all of the financial activities of the district as a whole. And then you have a separate standalone financial for the extra classroom activities fund, which is the district student account club. So 2 separate financial statements that get issued. Both those documents are receiving what's called an unmodified opinion from our firm. Which is essentially what's referred to as a clean opinion, which in reality means that we didn't come across anything throughout the course of our audit that would have prevented us from issuing such an opinion. There were no issues with the district's internal controls identified, so no deficiencies or weaknesses within the district's internal controls surrounding financial reporting, so they are receiving a clean management letter, so no findings or recommendations there. Overall, the books and records were in great shape for us when we came out. We do want to thank Ryan Ruff and the rest of the business office team for all their hard work and cooperation throughout the audit. And then lastly, we do want to point out that there was one new accounting standard that had to be implemented this year, so we did work with the business office to have that reflected in the financial statements as they are presented to you tonight. That's everything I have for the brief summary. If anyone has any questions or comments, I'd be more than happy to answer.
Board members, does anyone have any questions about the audit, financial statements, or anything like that? No? Are we all down here? Okay. Is there anyone in the audience who has a question about the audit report or the financial statements only?
What was the last audit?
I'm sorry?
What was the last audit?
Every year we get audited.
What was the last audit you said?
The date of the audit is for the... When was it?
What was it?
They audit our financial statements. I'm sorry if I can't hear you from there. You want to come up to the microphone if you have a question about the audit?
You can answer the question. What was the last audit? That was Henry Monson.
What was the last audit he's asking? The last one. Not this previous one, the last one.
It was the year before.
Yeah.
Every year by October 15th.
What was it?
They audit our financial.
Each year, it's an annual audit that we perform over your financial statements. So that's due each year, October 15th. The financials have to be compiled and issued and sent up to New York State.
All right, is there any other questions about the audit? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and everyone have a great night.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so what we're going to do is just go into our resolutions at this point. We're not going to talk about the proposed resolutions. We'd be here all night, so I don't think we want to do that. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. Resolve that the Board of Education approve the IEP recommendations as per the attached. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 2, resolve that the Board of Education approve the consultant contracts listed below and authorizes the Board President to sign said contracts. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 3, resolved that the Board of Education approve the exceeding of the cost criteria for an independent educational evaluation, auditory processing evaluation, and reading evaluation for the student identified in confidential Schedule A. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 4, resolved that the Board of Education accept the annual audit for the 2024-25 fiscal year performed by R.S. Abrams and Company, LLP. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 5, resolved that the Board of Education approves updates to bylaws, Chapter 11, effective October 10th, 2025, as presented. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 6, resolved that the Board of Education approves an appropriation adjustment for the 24-25 fiscal year amounting to $3,872,667. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 7, resolved that the Board of Education amend the EPC contract as per the attached. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 8, resolved that the Board of Education approve the contract with M&V Limousines for the mock trial as per the attached. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 9, resolved that the Board of Education approve the consultant contract and authorizes the Board President to sign as per the attached. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 10, resolved that the Board of Education approve the memorandum of understanding agreements listed below and authorizes the Board President to sign said agreements. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 11, resolved that the Board of Education approve the contract with Farmingdale State College for the purpose of carrying out their educational program in the discipline of nursing for the period of August 31st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, and authorizes the Board President to execute said agreement. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 12, resolved that the Board of Education approves the contract between the Massapequa Board of Education and the Harlem Wizards effective October 9th, 2025, and authorizes the Board President to sign as per the attached. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 13, resolved that the Board of Education accept a bench donation valued at $549 to be placed by the Lockhart Playgrounds from the Angelillo family in memory of their daughter Emma Angelillo. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And we thank the Angelillo family, and it'll be a memory, that we remember her always. Sorry again for their loss. Number 14, resolved that the Board of Education approve their goals for the 2025-26 school year. Excuse me. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 15, resolved that the Board of Education hereby appoints the following students as ex officio members of the Board of Education of the Massapequa Union Free School District for the 2025-26 school year: James Benjamin and Tatum Brennan. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Number 16, resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes Carrie Wachter and Danielle Acuto as the Board of Education's delegate and alternate delegate at the New York State School Board Association's October 16, 2025 annual business meeting to vote in favor of any matters that they determine are in the best interest of the Massapequa Union Free School District, including but not limited to any or all bylaw amendments and resolutions. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Correspondence was received from the following community members and advocacy liaison updates. Mrs. Acuto, do you have any updates?
Yeah, just, you mentioned earlier that we'll be attending the New York State School Board Association's business meeting next week, where Carrie will be voting on our behalf. Thank you, Carrie. And there's been a call to action regarding the government shutdown, and it's been outlined that there's been minimal repercussions experienced by Long Island school districts. I was able to confirm that with Mr. Rupp. So regardless, there was a call to action to support bipartisan education investments and on-time funding at the national level. So
updates from the board? Do we have anything since the last meeting? We went to...
A student advisory meeting that Zakido and I attended and is run by Dr. Trani. What we do is we meet with the students who are the class officers and student government officials, and we talk about upcoming events like homecoming, things of that nature, but also we talk about their ability to produce presentations that they're going to be bringing to the middle school and elementary school levels. At the middle school level, which we anticipate will occur probably sometime in December, they're going to be going to talk to those students, the 6th graders, about transitioning to middle school, what that means, organizational skills, getting involved, how to get involved, what it means to be a Massapequa chief, and they always like to hear from those students who are the upperclassmen because they listen to them more than they listen to us as adults. And then later on in the school year, they'll be doing presentations at the elementary school level, usually revolving the importance of how to use cell phones in an appropriate manner, how to protect themselves on cell phones, and also how to be a good citizen with respect to cell phone use. So that's what student advisory is about. So we had our second meeting regarding that went well. And the other thing I attended was I did attend the Challenger soccer game on Friday, and I will just echo the sentiment that it was an amazing experience. It was very well run, so thank you to Mr. Hoffman, the entire staff and crew, the students who assisted and helped out, and especially those athletes that filled the stands, because it was like one big soccer party. The music was going, the kids were being cheered for, they were responding to the crowd. It really was a wonderful event.
That's great. That's great. And also, Challenger Sports has their own booster club now. They had a pasta night a week or 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, the end of September. They had their first pasta night up at the high school before their first soccer game. So just as we were talking about, this program just keeps expanding, and now they get an experience like their peers, right? They get pasta parties, they get the fans come out and cheer for them, and they get to spend this time together. So so it's great to see this expansion.
They also have a booster now, a booster club.
Yeah, booster club. Yeah. They have a booster club now. So it's great that they have that too. So they have the booster to support the events of the team. Audit committee was last week that I went to, and I think that's pretty much it, right? Is there anything else, Danielle? Janine covered the. Okay, well that's great.
Just
all right. Yeah,
one
Chris.
more of a comment, really, just for me is 4 years ago I ran for the board initially, and to see all that goes on over the last 4 years from the board, from Dr. Brennan, his cabinet, all the work that gets put in to make our district the best district in New York is amazing. You guys never stop. You keep pushing, you keep supporting our staff, our students to be the best they can be, so thank you for all that. It really goes to show on all these presentations that you put out there, and these board goals are great. They're actionable, they're metrics driven, so thank you very much, Dr. Brennan.
Okay, so before we get to public comment, and I also just want to thank everybody for being patient and kind and listening as we get through our business. I'm going to read a brief statement on behalf of the board, then I will get to my statement that I read for the public comment, which I've done every meeting for the last 7 years. I will read it again just so everybody knows I do that every meeting. So let me just start with my statement first. So before we go on, I want to take a moment to express how deeply honored I am to sit on this board and to serve alongside the four of you. That we are here for the right reasons. We are 5 individuals, parents, neighbors, taxpayers, and community members who volunteer our time without pay. We have jobs, families to care for, and we have commitments outside of this room, and yet we are here because we love this community and because we care about every single child in our schools. And I am proud to serve with people who time and time again will do the right thing for kids no matter the cost. When you have 5 principled people willing to stand on conviction and protect children, that's when great things happen. And as we've seen tonight, and that's what we've done, and we continue to do great things in this district. Now, because of ongoing legal matters, there are limits to what we can discuss tonight. We cannot speak about specific students or active cases, but we can speak about our policy, our philosophy, and why we stand where we do. Our responsibility as a Board of Education is to look out for the health, safety, and well-being of all students. This is a public school district. We serve a population with diverse needs, and our policies must reflect fairness, safety, and respect for everyone. Our policy is clear and rooted in law. All students must use the bathroom and locker room that corresponds to their biological sex. All right, and if any student is uncomfortable with that, we provide accommodations, including gender-neutral or single occupancy facilities. This accommodation is neither harmful nor stigmatizing. In fact, many students, including those who are not transgender, choose to use, choose to use these private spaces every single day simply because they value the privacy and comfort they provide. When we built a gender-neutral locker room on campus, non-transgender students were among the first to use it. It is not hateful or discriminatory to say that biological males may not use female locker rooms or biological females may not use male locker rooms. It is common sense, it is law, it is fair, and it is reasonable. And it is a reasonable compromise that protects everyone. It preserves privacy and safety for all while still providing accommodations for anyone who feels uncomfortable in a traditional space. To do anything less, to allow biological males into female spaces or biological females into male spaces would not only violate the intent of all law, including Title IX, but it would be wrong. Now, I know there are some of you who question why this board always seems to be involved in legal battles. They questioned why we stood up against harmful mask mandates. They questioned why we stood up for our mascot. And they question it now. And the truth is, we don't back down from a fight when we know we are standing on principle. Wow. It would be far easier to take the path of least resistance, to quietly comply, to avoid criticism, to sidestep the hard decision. But that's what many boards and officials choose to do. But that's not leadership, and that's not courage, and that's not why we're here. We take the harder road because we believe in doing what is right for this community and for its children. And yes, that sometimes means going to court. We were vindicated on the masks. We believe we will be vindicated on the mascot, and I believe we will be vindicated here as well, because we are standing on the right side of the law and the right side of what's best for our kids. So we will continue to protect those spaces. We will continue to make accommodations where needed, and we will continue to stand firm, not because it's easy, but because it's right. So with that, I will read the statement that I have read for the beginning of the meeting every meeting for the last 7 years. The Board of Education allows time at the conclusion of its regular meetings for comments from residents in attendance. Please note that any person wishing to speak during this time shall comply with all provisions of board policy. Although a total of 30 minutes is allowed for comments, the board president has discretion to adjust the total time. We remind you to keep your comments to 3 minutes and to conduct yourself in a respectful manner. Please address school matters only and refrain from addressing topics related to personnel matters or individual students. Such concerns should be addressed, Such concerns should be discussed privately with the superintendent or administrator at an appropriate time. The board is here to listen and cannot provide immediate feedback or engage in open dialogue. Any necessary follow-up will be noted and provided at a later date. Sir, can I ask you to please take a seat? I'll tell you how this is going to roll out. So, as typically we have about 2 to 4 people at our meetings, so it's usually very easy to just point and say go ahead and stand up. But obviously, there's a big crowd here today. I believe people have, want to address the board. So what we're going to do is kind of what we typically do is ask if someone wants to speak to raise their hand. I will call on you, and then you may go to the mic. 1 second. We're going to have one person on one side and one person on another side. It will be 3 minutes, and we ask you to respectfully, when the time elapses, that you please refrain and let someone else speak. We do right now have 30 minutes, which is what we do for every meeting. I also ask you to, as I stated in that statement, is talk about policy. If you have a disagreement with policy, yes, please do say so. But please, let's refrain from talking about individual students or getting personal or derogatory. That's all I'm going to ask, and I'll do my best to, I'm wearing my contacts, so I can't really see too good, but I'm going to try to point out to people as best as I can. In the tan there, is tan color, is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, hold on. And right, state your name and address for the record, because it's Massapequa residents only here. Actually, you hold on.
Somebody call you?
I see. I pointed here. To
I thought you said tan. I'm sorry.
The woman in the tan. Yeah, is that what you're wearing? Tan. Okay. Go to state your name and address for the record,
okay,
please.
Sure. Hi, how are you? Can I take this off or we can try? Okay. Hi, my name is Christy Chapina, Massapequa Park parent of 4 beautiful children. I also have so many beautiful nieces from my sister over here, Carrie. They're all young. They have to go through every grade still. So we have a while to go in these public schools. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate everything you have done. I'm so grateful for you. All the things you mentioned, the fights that we have to constantly have because of the Democrats in New York State and their policies. Okay, let me finish, everybody, please. But we have, at every level in this state, it's run by Democrats, okay? Even at the local levels, we have a lot of Democrats. Thank God for Bruce Blakeman. He kept the boys out of girls' sports. So that is really, we're so grateful for him, and we're grateful for you at the local level. Thank God. So please, but you know what? I just went into the girls' bathroom over there. I was so happy I was in there by myself without any other men in there. Excuse me, please, I'm talking, have some respect. Thank you. I just want to let you know, I'm older, okay? And if I was in the bathroom, and which I was once, and a male walked in there, I felt so uncomfortable. So how would my little daughter and the girls in my family feel? I know exactly how they would feel. The men need to stay out of the female spaces. So basically, I just wanted to mention something else to everybody here. How would you feel if your child was going to school and transitioning without your knowledge? How would you feel? That's happening. Based on New York State policy and guidelines, schools are being told to not let you know that their kids are transitioning. We have kids in school districts that are going by a male name and they're a female, and they are going and the parents are purposely not being told. That is New York State guideline, everybody. So please, call, it's not illegal. It's true. And look it up. It's true. So everybody, shh.
Can we please have everyone's attention?
I can't talk. Okay, so
Let
please.
the woman speak at the mic.
Thank you. I really encourage everybody, this is very concerning because it's not even just for our girls' rights, it's for your parental rights. They are taking away your right. Kids are going to school and they're being called a different name and their parents do not know. And it's actually, there was a case in another state where this happened and the kid ended up committing suicide, sadly, and the parent had no idea that the school was transitioning. It's happening more so here in New York. All right, so please, parents, stand up for your rights, stand up for your children's rights, and thank you so much, Board of Ed. We love you. Thank you.
The gentleman in the suit, come over to this microphone, and one other one. Yes, come to this microphone. You can go to this microphone, and I just want to let the people who are speaking at the microphone address to the board try to not engage with the crowd behind you. Just tell us what you have to say, and crowd, if you would please, let's be respectful, because if it gets out of control and we're going to have this bantering back and forth, not everybody's going to get a chance to be heard, and then we're just going to end public comment. Okay, so a gentleman in the suit first.
Hi, everybody.
Say your name and address for the record.
Dan Smith, 27 Westwood Road South, Massapequa Park, New York. I love Massapequa schools. I know the job that you all have and how difficult it can be. I know you don't get paid for this. And so I have a respect for the fact that you're doing that. Unfortunately, we don't always see eye to eye. So here I find myself again. I'd hoped I'd never need to come to another board meeting to speak on the decisions being made in my school district. To remind the board, I'm a career educator and school administrator. I spent over 34 years in education. I came to the board meeting months ago to call out the board at large for the blatant politicizing of the school mascot silliness. You went on Fox News to tell the nation that all of Massapequa loves Mr. Trump and that a school mascot was our heritage. When I brought those points up, you rolled your eyes and said that we had to agree to disagree. I spoke with the superintendent days later about my concerns and that I hoped the board would get back to doing what it was elected to do, educate our children and represent all of Massapequa, not just the residents that had a certain mindset. Unfortunately, I think it was a little bit too much to hope for. Tonight, I understand that the board's taken on the hefty educational topic of bathroom usage. It seems that bathroom usage is critical. What exactly do we think happens in student bathrooms? It's not a haven for sexual depravity and rape, as someone would suggest. Students
Let's let him speak, please.
Students go there to relieve themselves and return to class. The fact that
Can everybody please let the gentleman speak, please? No calling out, please.
the fact that a trans student would be barred from a bathroom in this day and age is horrific. To suggest that some harm would come to students if a trans student were to use a bathroom speaks to the ignorance and bias we see from the decisions this board is from. We would shudder at the suggestion.
All right, everybody, let's take the temperature down a little bit. Let him finish and speak, please.
We would shudder at the suggestion that a Hispanic, a Protestant, a tall, an overweight, an honors, or any other student would be forced to use a special bathroom. But a trans student is free game for such bias. Is it just because they have different anatomical parts? In all of my years, in all of my years in education, I can tell you that there's a far greater risk of negative behavior or suffering coming from using a school bathroom for cisgender students.
Finish your sentence, time is up.
But they kept interrupting me. Okay.
All right, I'm going to please try to remind everyone here that we really need to let the people finish their 3-minute comment. And everyone has a chance to rebut and give the opposite position, okay? So, you right here, you can go to the microphone. We're going to go to the person here at this microphone. Please refrain, because we will then call a recess to let everybody calm down a little bit. I understand that everyone's very passionate and has very strong views, and but we have to let each person speak, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? So please start your 3 minutes. Go right ahead. A name and address for the record, please.
Thank you. Ooh, what's closer? Hello, my name's Erin Curley. I live in 104 Broadway, Massapequa Park. I am the neighbor to the Gilgo Beach serial killer, so I do promise I know a lot about safety. I am a 2015 MHS graduate. I'm a 2019 UMass Amherst BS in biochemistry graduate. I am a Peace Corps volunteer health sector in Malawi. I currently work in care management, and I'm a board of a local nonprofit, Long Island Progressive Coalition. I share all this today because I am not a product of Massapequa School District. I am a leader and the woman I am today in spite of my experiences here. MHS is actively violating the state constitution, preventing discrimination on the basis of gender identity and biological sex by stating trans students cannot use the locker rooms or bathrooms and instead alternative accommodations. This will lead to the district. I'm a cis woman. This will lead to the district into another expensive lawsuit like the one regarding the mascot, which is important to note that the Nassau County Supreme Court barred the county from enforcing the policy while litigation continues. MSD is pandering to a national audience at the expense of the local community. And most importantly, you are already targeting an extremely vulnerable population within this district. So I must ask, who is this policy for? There is no difference than the separate but equal. There is no difference than the separate but equal segregation of a very recent past. And students are being taught to other fellow students. What is the multiple elementary schools in the last few years have had kindness matters signs on their fences? Where is the kindness in outing students to their fellow classmates? This policy endangers students' personal safety, mental health, and it undermines a student's ability to learn, both within their curriculum and through the violations of outing other students. So with all of this said, I ask, you must reverse this policy. I beg of you, you need to reverse this policy before you continue the lawsuit. And I will continue talking within my 3 minutes, and I need to recognize that this is a false sense of safety that you are all being promised. I am a cis woman who have experienced the rape cultures of college, the rape cultures of all of our schools. We have a local serial killer that we've ignored for decades. Not working. I can't hear you, I'm sorry. What?
That you cannot do that. Greg, what are we supposed to do now?
All right, listen, everyone, please, listen to me, please. Please.
No, I don't worry.
If this is going to continue, everybody has to comport themselves with the code of conduct, okay? There are rules that were set forth at the start of this. We don't talk about individual students, and we don't address specific personnel matters for a host of legal reasons. This is the Board of Education's meeting. They afford you the opportunity as the community to come out and talk. If you're not going to comply with the rules, it's going to end, okay? We cannot have, please,
All right, yeah.
for this
All
to...
right, so we're going to suspend her. That's it. You've violated the code of conduct, so you're trying to now relax. That's it. Thank you. Have a seat. All right. Excuse me. And do we have to let's get that off the? We'll have to. Video. Have to come out of the video. All right. In the white, and do we have another for? Yeah. You over here? Gentleman in black there? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. State your name and address for the record. Okay, 1 second. Go ahead.
Good evening. So my name is Patricia Foley. I reside at 140 Philadelphia Avenue, Massapequa Park. I am an alumni of Massapequa High School, class of '98. I'm here tonight to talk as a mother of 2 daughters and their rights along with other like-minded females. As a mother, my job is more than just feeding them, buying them clothes, and taking them to their activities. The bigger job of being a mother is teaching your daughter to be modest, have self-respect, prioritize their well-being, embrace imperfections, and resist temptations. I would like to believe that most people in this room are aware of the fact that adolescence is like a roller coaster because there are many ups and downs due to the rapid physical, cognitive, and emotional changes that teens face in everyday life. While males at this stage of life have their own challenges, females do as well. They're trying to learn how their own bodies work, especially once they get their menstrual cycle. They are already uncomfortable and somewhat embarrassed when it comes to body image and having to change in front of other females in a locker room for a number of reasons. Having a biological male in the locker room only adds to this issue. I would like to thank the board for their stance. We have truly been at the forefront for many crazy things happening here in woke New York. But we are Massapequa, and we are Massapequa strong, and we never give up. And federal law supersedes state law. That's a social studies lesson.
First of all, I'd like to thank Massapequa.
All right, 1 second, sir, before you start. I'm sorry. Can you, you didn't start his yet? Hold on. Tyler's there, so he can come to the microphone and wait for this gentleman to finish. So you can come to the microphone, wait your turn, and the gentleman here will speak first, okay?
Okay. Oh, about
Yeah, go
Tyler?
ahead, I just wanted to get him to the microphone. Now you go ahead, and then he'll go next,
I
okay?
can start with, I'm a single father of 2 sons. My wife passed away 3 years ago. And so my boys are now 14 and 15. And I don't need them being confused about this locker room stuff. They need to have their own room, and no men in women's rooms, no women in men's rooms. If the transgenders want to go have their own room, give them their own room, okay? Now, this boy was picked on. My son was picked on, big time, where I can cry right now. But my son, he's embarrassed because he's too skinny. He's worried about his weight. And meanwhile, he's the smartest kid. He can build anything. And I wanted to praise you guys because Massapequa has helped him a lot. And all the teachers have helped a lot. But this transgender thing, the boys are confused. My son begged me not to come here tonight. Begged me. And I had to come because this is wrong. This is wrong. I know it's just like a union meeting, but please don't let these kids get more confused. Keep them in their own separate spaces.
Thank you. Are you wearing gray? Yeah. Yeah. You can come up. Yeah, and then, okay, so go ahead. We're right back to here.
Hi, my name's Gina Moscato. And this is Tyler Roach-Tilden, my son. We live in Speaker Park. I probably shouldn't be giving my address out right now because, as you guys know, we are currently being stalked and attacked constantly because of how I came out on social media because I felt hopeless as a parent. Tyler is going to speak, but here is my request. I've been watching this all night, sitting back watching, and everyone's allowed to have their difference in opinions. You're allowed to take different sides. And parents, it starts with you. I am watching parents sitting back there, and yeah, you don't agree with them and they don't agree with you, but you have no right to put them down. Comment on their appearances, what they wear, what they look like, or you're not allowed to do that to them too. It's both ways. It is both ways. And it starts with us as an adult, and we are not setting the example. We are not holding our kids accountable, and we are not holding ourselves accountable. And what I saw today, we should all be ashamed because we should be able to communicate and have freedom of speech to say what we want to say. And yes, there's bigger problems, but I am here to address the bullying that is going on in Massapequa that everyone has experienced. We have people moving out of Massapequa. I have hundreds of messages from people because that's how bad it is. So, no, I'll show you. There's no stop. I will physically show you. So we have people, and this is my problem. I just said how this is happening, and we're already having comments. We are better than this as a community. We should be the example. We live in a great area, in a beautiful place. And we all work very hard to have our kids go to this great school district and have the amazing teachers we have and the school board and everything. So I just came up here. Please keep your comments to yourself. This is my son. He's been through enough, and that's why I spoke first. So Tyler's being brave enough. He wasn't going to come speak, but he heard stuff going on, and he wants to get his story out. So please give him the patience.
Hi, everyone. When I first came to Massapequa, I was hoping to make good friends. Turns out I was very wrong because the only friends are my teachers because all the kids, they don't like me. They just see me as an easy target. I guess I just feel very scared. I couldn't come to school today because I can't get any sleep while these kids come near my house and say names that are, I don't want to say, but just wrong. But I can't do anything because no one will help us because it's just getting harder each day going to school because these kids are here in the school district. They gave me threats, everything. Even during the cafeteria, outside of the school, at Fredo's, everywhere. Even in classes, they can do it while the teacher's not looking. Even when there's cameras on them, they'll still do it. They trashed my bike. They've done it before, and they'll keep doing it because they're not scared of the consequences. And I am scared. I am scared because one day they might corner me and then attack me and beat me up. And I will never feel safe because they just do it for fun at this point. And I bet everyone's been bullied, but we must stop the bullying.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing your story. All right, thank you. Go ahead, 3 minutes, please.
Thank you. Not sure how I'm going to follow that up, but thank you for the microphone. My name is M. I'm not going to give my last name because I feel the tenor of this room, and my children are students in Massapequa.
Please, excuse me.
My children are both students in Massapequa High School, and I don't like the idea of my last.
Pause for 1 second. Can everybody please let's we need your address for
140 Clark Boulevard, Massapequa Park.
Thank you very much. And now everybody, please let him talk. He gets
Them, please. Please let them talk.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Let them talk. I have been and will continue to be. So to get out ahead of all the hatred and the anger that's being expressed, I am a public school teacher. I'm a high school English teacher. I am a parent of 2 sons. I have a degree in social work, and I am a transgender person. The threat that some of you seem to be screaming about is absolutely horrifying and disgusting, that you feel your children are somehow in danger by other children who simply want to live their lives authentically. Now, my question is, and I'm speaking both as a parent and as a teacher, knowing teenagers, the decision to ban transgender students, is that at the whims of the kids in the school or of the whims of the parents? Because I'm wondering, if you were to poll the students, would the students speak out and say that we feel transgender people should not have access, or is that simply the parents? Is it simply the parents who are sticking their noses in and not really being concerned about the well-being of all the children of Massapequa? All the children of Massapequa, all the children. So, maybe if some of you were willing to listen to your children, who are much more empathetic and open-minded, you would find out your children are not afraid of transgender people in the bathrooms or in the locker rooms. You are making them afraid. You are telling them that they are being threatened by people who only want to exist. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have 2 more speakers anywhere? Let me see, anyone else? Okay. Where? Please come to the microphone.
Do I speak now? Alright. I'm Ryan Hill. I'm an Ames student, and I'm a member of the student council, and I can speak for the students in my school. I know from personal experience, I have been in the bathroom with a transgender student, and I have never felt more uncomfortable in my life. Sorry if I'm like stuttering, I'm very nervous, but I have a lot of friends who have gym periods with transgender students, and I know that they feel just as uncomfortable changing in a room where you are vulnerable and you have to get undressed to change. My friends do not change for gym now because they are so scared. Like, I don't think anyone understands the feeling of having someone who is not the same gender as you in the same room as you are getting undressed. And I don't think that we should even consider having them in the same room as us when we are getting undressed or when we are in the bathroom. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Ceres Capri. That's Ceres. I am 28 years old. I did not graduate this school, but I live at 246 Abbey Street. And
Where?
Abbey
Street?
246 Abbey Street. And I use she and her pronouns. I came here I'm a transgender woman, like Miss M over there. I came here tonight to talk to you about your new proposed transgender bathroom policy, and I just want to say it's saddening as a trans person to hear this policy seriously proposed in my community. This policy threatens the safety, privacy, and well-being of all transgender and non-binary students. At the beginning, you guys said you were here for all students. You're here for everybody. And this is a policy that chooses one group of students over all others. I want to be clear. Whatever your subjective opinions are of everybody wearing your brainwashing caps up here, whatever your subjective opinions are, it doesn't change reality. I was always transgender. I didn't learn it. I didn't make it up. I didn't get convinced by another person or an internet forum. Just like I was born with a milk allergy, I was born with this dysphoria. This deep-seated desire to present my gender in a certain way. The same thing applies. A mental disorder, I don't even have to comment on the bullying.
Okay, everybody, please. If you have something to say, wait for him.
Not for long.
Wait for the next person, and please, okay? If you have something to say, wait and come up after the speaker.
The same thing applies to your young students, the little human beings whose lives and development you are making yourself responsible for. It's not the people you think who are ever trans. With the fervor with which you all are defending this, do you really think your kids would be honest with you? To what somebody said earlier, if your kids are confused by transgender rights, then you probably have some transgender kids. You should get used to it. Unlike most people in this room, my life was impacted by policies similar to these. I want to say I went to a private school in this area. I won't say the name, but many of my fellow students at the school were Massapequa public school students before they enrolled, and it was an all-boys school. At this school, if our hair was too long, we were punished. If we had facial hair on our faces, we were given razors, taken out of class, told we needed to shave. If we didn't dress in a suit and tie and follow the dress code, we were punished. I can say at least 4 of you up here are not following the said dress code. If the teachers didn't go far enough in punishing us, the kids would step into their shoes. Threats, nicknames, tricks, all executed in the way the students would never notice. It's not just trans folks. I saw folks who were gay, folks who talk with an affect, all get discriminated against until they were bullied out of this school. Is this the school that you guys want to make your district into? Is this the world that you guys really want to live in? What you're going for is control. It's not about safety. It's about control. 3 different parents here already said it. I can't control my kids. This is what you really want. If you really wanted to protect your kids, you would protect all your kids, and you would stop putting up this farce and actually listen to your freaking constituency.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? What? Okay. No one else? All right, this will be a final comment. We've run over the 30 minutes.
Dr. Joe.
There's another student. Okay, so come to the microphone, you can finish, the student can speak, and that will be the end.
Dr. Joe Prizanzano, 4620 Merrick Road, proud Massapequa father of 5. So when my grandfather arrived to New York from Sicily, he was harassed, he was beaten, he lived in fear because he was different. My grandfather could not change who he was Italian. He was different, and yet now, as an Italian living in Massapequa, I live an easy life. No bullying, no beating, no harassment. People feared my grandfather because he was different, but people don't fear me because I'm part of the majority. And yet today, the same holds true for our transgender and non-binary students. People fear them because they're different. Like my grandfather, they were just trying to survive school as he tried to survive life. Our students do not choose to be transgender, they just are. My great-grandfather did not choose to be Italian, he just was. He had a very hard life, much as our transgender and non-binary students face now. And yet the decisions we make, the decisions you make in this room, can either make our students' lives better or far, far worse. For example, did you know half of all transgender children seriously contemplate suicide due to harassment, assault, and the sense that they do not belong? They are 4 times more likely to actually attempt suicide than their peers. And 36% of transgender children in schools whose bathroom and locker room restrictions, just like the one you passed here, have been sexually assaulted. And yet, in a study of large school systems, in 12 states that adopted laws like New York, where they allowed students to change in bathrooms or use facilities that aligned with their gender identities, there was never an incident, not one, where a straight student was ever assaulted by a transgender or non-binary student. Not one. Not one. Not one in those states. So now, during that same time, however, there have been incidents where straight students have sexually abused other straight students in the name of hazing for athletic teams. So maybe the problem is our athletes, but we know that's not true. I burst with pride watching the News 12 story about our football team that just stood up for a Massapequa child who had been bullied. They stood up, they protected, and they led with compassion. So I ask the board to learn from your children, our football team, who know right from wrong and lead with compassion. Please overturn your resolution. Transgender children are just kids trying to survive an already difficult life because they are different. They deserve someone, maybe the football team or the Board of Education, to stand up for them.
Thank you. Okay, you'll be our final comment for the evening. Can everyone let our students speak? Go right ahead.
Hi, I'm a current Massapequa High School student.
You don't have to give your address because you're a student.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. I don't have anything prepared to say, but high school in general is just a very difficult time for everyone, especially girls, you know, changing in the locker rooms, gym class, period, any class really, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I personally feel uncomfortable changing in front of my friends. I love my friends dearly. I feel very open with my friends, but if I am personally self-conscious about myself, I don't want to share that with anyone else. And I don't know for other people, but I have as much as an opinion as everybody else, and I don't change for gym. I will openly say that. That's for a whole other reason. I don't like gym class, whatever. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and if as much as everybody else wants to feel comfortable, I want to feel comfortable as well. exactly as I just said, if everybody else wants to feel comfortable, like, and like I had to be comfortable too, like, and I don't know. That's all I really have to say. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. I want to thank the students who spoke. That takes a lot of bravery. I know that it's difficult to speak, and especially when we have a lot of high emotions running in the room, and it takes a lot of bravery from all. I think we had 3 students speak tonight, so I thank you all for getting up and speaking. And for the most part, I think everyone kind of was good and helped each other. I know we get a little bit, we're tempted to say, but I appreciate everyone coming out and voicing their opinions. That's what this is about. So we hear you, we thank you for sharing, we thank you for coming out. And with that, I'm going to ask for a motion to go into executive session to consult with the legal, please. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good night. Thank you.